Yeah. The first, thank you for organizing this press conference. If I understand correctly, will the SAGO group be disbanded after today? And the next question is, what specific scientific progress has SAGO made so far in investigating the origins of emerging pathogens? Are there any new leads or hypotheses currently being prioritized for research? And the next question, does SAGO have any new plans to conduct on-site investigations into the origins of COVID-19 in the future? If so, which countries or regions are considered potential targets for such investigations? And thank you very much. And and the new SAGO group will have any new responsibilities later? Thank you.
Thank you, San, for those questions. They were very good. So maybe we can start with Dr. Van Kerkhove, and I'm sure Dr. Venter would like to add as well. But maybe Dr. Van Kerkhove, would you like?
I'll cover the first and the last part of that, and then it would be great if, Mariki, you could cover the question related to the advances that SAGO has made and the leads that they've made. So just to say, you asked the question of, is SAGO going to be suspended? That's not quite the right term. So this is an advisory group, and per our normal processes, there's membership is about 2 years, as I said before. This group has actually been extended to about 3.5 years, almost 4 years now. So they've reached the end of their term, and this is the natural plan for this. We will have another open call, which will have new terms of reference, because this SAGO group, the members of this particular SAGO group, actually finished the work. So this is part of the normal procedures. And again, I want to thank all the members of SAGO for staying on longer than the 2 years. So we'll let you know when the new terms of reference, the new call for members will be up there. In terms of the on-site investigations, I just want to highlight 2 things, and I think, Mariki, you should cover this as well. In the SAGO 2022 report, where they published their preliminary findings, there were a number of studies that were recommended in China, but also globally, to follow up some of the missions that had taken place in China. So there's more work to be done globally. However, we really need to focus additional and further information from China, because this is where the first cases were reported. So there are a number of studies that have been recommended. We've articulated those a number of times. We can point to the report where they're all listed, but there are a number of investigations that relate to animal studies, relate to studies of humans that were working with animals in different markets, related to some of the early potential cases in China. We've done some follow-up studies in Italy and in other countries to look at wherever a sample tested positive, let's say in December 2019 or November 2019, to follow up and confirm or not confirm those results. So this is a global search, but it really is important to make sure that the comprehensive studies that need to be done in China, where those first cases were reported, are conducted. And again, thanking the work that's already been done, but more work needs to be done. Maybe over to Mariki.
Dr. Venter, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for the question. So one of the outputs of SAGO was actually to develop a global framework that is specifically aimed at investigating the origins of novel pathogens. So we use the basis of this framework to do the independent assessment study on COVID. So it's not the only virus that we look at, but it was the one that it was most widely applied to now initially. So it really focused at early investigations, at human studies, so human epidemiology, at animal-human interface studies, at environmental studies, at genomic studies, and at biosafety and biosecurity studies as well. We have made or released statements on Mpox last year as well, when it occurred the first time, and made recommendations on that. And SAGO will continue to do that. So as new pathogens occur, they will make recommendations and also be involved in investigation of the origins of those pathogens. So it's been an honor serving as the SAGO chair. And I also want to reiterate, the scientists that were involved were all international experts, and there were enormous input from everybody. So